Hi, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Electrically Alkaline. I'm so excited about today's topic with beautiful Prashant Trivedi. Everyone is wondering what is going on with all of these planets going into Capricorn. It's
Yes,
something so divinely guided, and there can only be one person who I feel like can give us true insight into what this really all means. So I'd like to welcome my guest, Prashant. Welcome to the show.
yes, nice to see you, Julie. Yeah, it's a pertinent point that everybody's been asking about this, and and I have not said anything about it as yet. So this is the first time I'm going to speak about it right now. So it's a good time as any today on Wednesday to do this. So
Excellent.
yeah,
Yes. So right now we've got Jupiter, we've got Saturn, we've got Pluto, we've got Mercury
yes,
going retrograde, we've got Venus,
yes.
all of this, and then the new moon is going to be happening. All of this happening in Capricorn. What are you seeing with these seven planets in Capricorn?
Yes. If we take out Pluto, then it'll be six main planets. Okay, Pluto we'll keep on the side for the moment. Okay, so in the Vedic system, like these six main planets. So out of the seven, six are there. Like we have like Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Seven main planets, 7 days of the week. So all these energies coming into one place. Okay, but in Capricorn. Uh, and if we look into Capricorn, there's a thing called Shravan. There's a nakshatra, which is like a particular part of a sign, nakshatra, the nakshatra which they are coming into is called Shravan. Shravan. Okay. So Shravan is basically means listening. Okay. So all the energies, all the planetary energies are coming into one particular nakshatra, which is relating to listening. Okay. So what does that mean now? What does that mean is that everything will depend on what people listen to, who or what people listen to. So the whole focus of this whole world, of this whole plane, is on listening. Okay. So like your media saying things, your people saying things, then there's people on YouTube saying things, then there are truthers saying things. Everybody's saying something, right? Now the masses will have a choice as to who do they choose to listen to. Okay. So the focus, the whole graphs are showing, all the energies are showing that, okay, this is the focus now. This is the time. Your listening is very important. You know, earlier, whatever you listen to or not listen to or didn't matter that much. Now it's a high point. It's like a crux point because now what is going to happen, what you listen to, accordingly, what will happen? Capricorn will happen. What is Capricorn? The structure, the society, the system. So system will happen according to what people listen to. That will be the future system. And that will be the change in the system. So what people listen to, and then it establishes the coming structure. Basically, that's
So if people listen to different things, will that create different structures?
yes, it'll get different structures. Yes, for different people. So it all comes down to who do you listen to. Like right now, over the years, even YouTube has been there for more than 12 years now, right? 12, 13 years. Okay. So like last 13 years, people have been listening to different things, and people are, different things become viral. What is that called? Viral, isn't it? YouTube, like different things go viral, right? You know, and if you look at the things masses have been making viral, they are not like the crop circles. Crop circles have not gone viral. Okay. Even though it's such a big phenomena and everyone should be interested in it, looking at it, but no, it's not gone viral. People unboxing some gifts or unwrapping some gifts, that goes viral, right? Some kids. There are a lot of things which have gone viral on this plane for last 13 years, which have nothing to do with anything real or anything important. Okay. But now, since all these planets are in Capricorn, they're showing a seriousness which is required now, because Capricorn is finally ruled by Saturn. Okay. And Saturn is serious, right? All these planets are sitting in whose house? Whose they're sitting in Saturn's house. Okay, so it's like it is the host of the party. Saturn is the host there. Now you got a very serious host. Okay, your host is serious, so everybody's got to get serious. All the planets have to get serious. Like, it's not a joking matter right now. It's like, okay, you've done that and you're seeing the result of that. People have made all those things viral over the last 13 years. And what is the result? The result is this current nonsense which people are facing, right? Yeah. Like, if they were making some other things, truth things viral, there would be no such situation even right now. What people are facing, there would be no such thing. Now they're facing that because they have taken those decisions over the last 13 years. Okay. Masses as a whole, I'm talking about. Like, because what makes things viral? Masses plus YouTube, like, or whatever the people were sitting there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, so the situation has come now. It's serious. So Capricorn is showing the seriousness of the situation. If you don't act now, which is like, if you don't listen to the right thing now, if you don't change your listening now, then situation will get even worse, because there'll be repercussions. It's not like you do whatever and you're going to get away with it. You are not going to get away with it. Like, you can be superficial or flimsy or not serious about human life or anything, or existence or anything. But then there'll be consequences. So consequences people have started feeling already. Now, if you still don't get serious, this is an opportunity basically. It's a signal from all the planetary energies. The universe is giving a sign. Okay, now kids, everyone get serious and start listening, right? Start listening to the right things. Okay. Even if you're not at the doing stage, because start listening at least, because listening is also a sort of doing, right? It's an action, right? Listening is also an action. You sit down and you listen. Okay, it's also an action. So it's that action which is at the whole crux right now. And you can see that even wherever you are in America or anywhere in the world, what people will listen to in regards to anything, regards to the vaccine or regards to this or regards to that, will finally shape how things are going to go. Who and what are you going to listen to? And be ready for the consequences as per your listening. That's what Saturn is saying in the end. And the things will have actual effect. It'll not be a theoretical thing, like up in the air. Because of Capricorn, things will be in the actual physical plane reality. The manifestation will be physical. It'll be real. It'll not be just some, up in the air thing like, stock markets or things like that, like, so it'll be like it will make actual difference to people's lives all over the plane. So that's what this is about.
Wow.
Yeah.
Very profound. And what do you see happening with the whole of society? Do you think that they're in a direction of pulling through at this point, or do you just think it's too far gone?
I don't like to think about it. I like to just see it and observe it.
Okay.
Like, I like to see, like, okay, people are going this way. A lot of people are waking up. Like a lot of people are waking up. Enormous numbers all around the plane are waking up in that thing.
I hear that, and sometimes I can see it because of all the opportunity they've been given. But
Yeah.
it's like I still go out every day, and I'll see people by themselves in their cars wearing masks, and now they're
Yeah.
double masking, and
Yes.
it's just like, I just can't even begin to fathom like how they can get.
Yes. So the situation is that, like, for people who are going the other direction, or who are not willing to listen to facts or reality or things like that, because what has happened got to do with it in the end? Facts and reality, right? Okay. So if they are not willing to listen to that, then the road ahead for them will be much more tougher than just wearing masks.
Exactly.
Yeah. So that is going to be an actual thing, but then that's their choice. At the end of the day, you can't force people to listen. Okay. Right now, these 6, 7 planets in Capricorn in Shravan Nakshatra. From the energetic perspective, this is energetics, okay, are basically actually forcing people to listen in a way, energetically. If people still do not listen, then there's nothing which anything more can be done. Like all the energies are put into one box and you still didn't do it, then there is nothing which can be done about that. Then you just have to face the consequence. That's how it is. But the beings who will listen, things will change for them, for sure. And they will manifest their own reality within this plane's reality. And the others who don't listen will manifest another kind of reality within this plane's reality. So, so both things are going to happen.
Yes. If you can clarify this for me. So I sometimes get frustrated because I see the ignorance of so many people around me negatively affect my life in certain places. So like, for example, like, you get hassled in every store that you go into. It's very difficult to just do basic things without having to wear a mask. And I refuse, just won't wear a mask. It's not even. So it's negatively affecting me, their ignorance, and I get really frustrated about that, and it almost makes me want to push them to wake up because all of it is affecting everybody else around them. Do you have anything you can say?
Yeah. I will tell you something about this. What's going to happen now? What's going to happen now? Like people who are woken up, okay, who are awakened and who are listening to the right things, they will create a separate system within the system. So what will happen is those people will be dealing with each other, and the goods which you need and stuff will be circulating through another system, which you will not have to deal with the other system.
Oh, wow.
That's what's going to happen.
That's amazing. And that does make a lot of sense.
Yes. So Capricorn will create that structure. So
wow.
people who are going in the other direction, they will not have to deal with the others. Okay. And others will be in so much of problem anyways.
Yeah.
That there will be a whole lot of space opening up.
Wow, that makes so much sense because I think about this now. It's like I can't even see their faces anymore. We can't even interact. And some of them are afraid to get near me because I don't have a mask. So everything you're saying, it's like I was feeling that, but there was no vocabulary to it. It's like we can't even exist in the same reality anymore.
Yes, it's like they are shifting apart. So the systems will change. So their system will be for them, and the other people will make up their own system. And now the connectivity is there and all of that around the world. It'll be around the world system, separate system for the others.
I love that.
So there will be an alternative system and that thing. And I don't want to call it mainstream or alternative. I'll just say two different systems.
Okay.
For two different type of
so there's also like
individuals.
A happening through Capricorn right now.
Yeah, man. And I mean, right now there's enough chance for anybody who is in an ignorant ship to still listen and jump over to the awakened ship. So there's a chance.
The divine has been so patient. It's like even through everything last year, is still providing more opportunity to jump ship.
You jump ship because this is it. This is Shravan.
Yeah.
Okay, this like listening. You can listen now. Okay, now you knew that these were lies. Last year proved everything that these are lies. Okay, I mean, a lot of people came to know, like even the people who never suspected the government, people who never suspected all these authorities, they still got a feeling that this is something wrong now. Like, like this can't be real now. This can't be true. Like, like, so there's always a chance to listen to the right side and get onto that thing. And this is on a whole planes level. This connection is for the whole plane. So this listening energy, and people will be listening to. I'm saying all Earth will be listening to different things. People will be in their houses just listening. But what they will be listening to is another matter. Yes.
Exactly, and the divine even provided more time. Getting them out of jobs, losing their jobs, so that they can have the time to get still and to listen.
Yes, still. So all of that groundwork has happened in 2020.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, the groundwork now. People have to listen. Okay, this is the listening part now, and what are they going to listen to, and then that will create the future.
Exactly.
Accordingly. Yeah. So that is what's happening right now. So that's why, like, it's a nice time, like it's a good time, it's a positive time for, it's a chance. So that's a positive thing only, like, and so, and the power of listening will come to the fore, because before that, before all these lockdowns, it was all about doing, right? you know like, but not listening.
Yeah,
Yeah, like frantic doing, like,
definitely.
but not listening, because listening requires a little bit of repose, a little bit of discipline, little bit of concentration, a little bit of sitting at one place, but now they've been forced
Yeah,
into this listening, you know so
yeah,
I'm sure listening is going to happen.
yeah.
It's yeah.
It doesn't happen with this configuration. I don't know what will.
Yes, so it is, I'm sure it's going to happen, but which way it's going to happen, you can't predict that. Okay, because that's each being's own free will. Okay,
Exactly.
yeah, but we will see the outcome of it, by the end of this year, like.
And does this also have something to do, as we go on? I feel like the energies and the vibration,
Yes.
there's like this rising of vibration. The density is a lot lesser than before. And I have
Right.
a lot of things just, they manifest a lot quicker. Like you'll think of something or you'll see someone's face in your mind and then boom, you see them out. It's just like
Yeah.
everything feels quicker with
Yeah.
manifestation.
Yeah, it's quickening. It's called the quickening, right? Like, and I've been saying it for a long time. Things have been quickening all the time. I,
Yes.
I, I have said in many songs or many different times, and I've been talking about the speeding up, and because everything is reaching a culmination point. Okay, so the quickening always happens before the culmination point, like a omega point.
And what
So
happens at the culmination point?
like culmination point, this cycle finishes, and you basically, the different spirits, whatever choice they had made according to that, they get their next sort of, you know like, futures decided, basically. So it's an opportunity, and for some, like, if they don't take the opportunity, it can be a harrowing experience.
So is
And like, even for people who are not in with the quickening right now, or those who don't want to be part of the quickening, right? For them, it's a harrowing experience. Something is fastening up, and you're not ready for that speed. You
yeah.
know, them, it'll feel like something crazy is going on. Like, you will feel like out of your depth. You will feel like it's spinning too fast or anything. But if you are keeping in tune with the thing, then it'll take you higher too. It works both ways. Depends on how much resistance you have. You know, to
Interesting.
the
And
Yeah.
so, yeah, it going faster and faster and faster. What happens when it gets to this ultimate speed? Just everything, just like, do we lose time at that point and just it becomes?
It's not, you don't lose time, but it culminates. Like in efforts of everything. Like humanity over the last 100 years, it has been doing something. People have been living. People have been doing different things. But they were doing those things without knowing why we were here, what are we doing, and exactly, like, just randomly doing things around the things. Different people in different places, and they were just all doing different things. Now, in culmination point, everything comes together. Everybody can see all the actions of everyone as a whole, like what they're going to lead to, what was the result, what wasn't the result, what we were working for, what exactly is the whole thing, where does that lead us. It like puts it through a processor, like a central processor, like a central point, like the whole thing gets processed through that. So everything is out in the open. Nothing is a mystery anymore. you know like whatever happens, like it's like a sigma function, like of everything all together, which gives a whole lot of awareness.
Yeah, that's what I was just gonna say. So it's like
Yeah,
a heightened awareness.
we're much more heightened awareness, because earlier people used to be just doing, like, in a generation, like, I'm just doing my this thing, and then my kids will come, and then they'll live their lives, and then their kids will come, and but for what, like, exactly, you know where are you going for, what are you striving for, what is the whole point of the exercise. That's what is going to come to the fore for that, in this. And that's what, and it should happen, because otherwise you can't run a society, like, mindlessly. For how long, for what purpose, like, you know
Exactly. I'm so
yeah.
happy this moment. I know these are difficult times, but I know ultimately it's leading to a, a liberation of a lot of these stagnant energies and just
Yeah,
further for those that want to take the opportunity. So I think it's really wonderful, and I do see what you're saying happening already. People forming these sovereign communities all over the world, getting off grid,
yes,
having their own.
yes, yeah. And because there has to be some conclusion. Conclusion is always a good thing. I mean, obviously, some beings don't want a conclusion. They would rather things keep on going in a mindless fashion. Okay. But but some beings would welcome a conclusion.
Yes.
Okay. So my point is like there'll be a conclusion to the, like, even every game has a conclusion. Everything has a conclusion, you know. So let's say this is a game people have been playing here. So there's a conclusion of that game, you know. So
And what do you say for those that are Capricorn ascendants, where all this is happening on the first house? By the way, I have my Capricorn ascendant. It's
yeah. I mean, then you will feel it more in your physiology even more.
I've
So
my joints and my body has been very tired.
yeah. So like too much energy. So you'll feel the different things even more physically.
Yeah.
So wherever in the chart, I think if it's 12th house, 11th house, 10th house, wherever it falls first house, you'll feel the energy more there. So that is the thing which you can use to sort of use as a, like a transmission thing. Like if you're listening to something and you'll see, like, if you're listening to the wrong things, then how will it affect that particular area? Like you will get the feedback from that area.
Okay.
So if it's in the first house, you'll get the feedback from the body itself in the first house. Okay. So it's just a feedback point. What is the feedback point amongst the 12 different zones of your life? What is your feedback point? So people can use that to realize when what they're listening to, what is the real or truth thing, you know? Like, you know, sometimes people say, like, I can feel the truth in my bones, like straight to my bones, you know. That will happen for the ascendant. Like, you know, so whenever they're listening to things, because everyone will be listening, and are they listening to, and what is it actually? Is it the real thing, or is it some nonsense? You know, that should be reflected in those areas of people's lives, wherever the sign Capricorn falls in their chart.
Exactly. And so there is going to be a new moon 29 degrees in Capricorn also on February 11th. What do you think the
Yes.
meaning of this new moon is with all this happening there?
Okay. So if you look at the new moon energy, okay, what happens in new moon? The stars are much more bright. When the moon is full, you can't see the stars that much. You know. So when the moon is new, what happens? All the star energies are more strong. Now, what happens when the star energies are more stronger? The nakshatras are more stronger. So the Shravan energy will actually reach a peak. The nakshatra energy will reach a peak.
Wow.
So because that means all the stars are free to give their energy. Because like there are only two blocks when you don't see the stars. When sun comes out in the day, like the sun, and then moon when it's very bright. Okay. Okay, when you take out both the blocks, what do you get? Straight pouring in of the field. Okay, like a full. So 10th, the conjunction, 11th, that together, like a full force, everything in full force, basically, like coming straight, you know, from the, so which is a good thing. It's not a bad thing. But again, if people, those who want to, like, put their head into the sand kind of people, they won't enjoy it. Because like, like you put the head in the sand and then you say it's not happening, but then this, like, the sound is louder, and the sound is, vibration is louder, the sound is louder. You can't ignore it. Even through the stand you can hear it. you know like, so that's what's going to happen. So that's why it's coming along with the new moon, this thing. So it's
That's
even
beautiful.
more.
Yeah, and it reminded me too of how you were talking about the creation of a new structure, of a new system. And
Yeah,
it's, I see the new moon too, like it's, like highlighting that happening too.
And then the waxing cycle of moon begins after that, slowly. So that's like a steps, you take it forward, because waxing is like increasing, so
Yeah.
the increasing cycle of the moon will say like, okay, once you start listening, you make the decision and then you move forward with it, so you have to have like a still point and then a forward moving energy. So
Yeah.
still point will be 10th and 11th, and then a forward moving energy. So, so, so that's how.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
And I did want to say, me and Prashant, we're going to be back soon to talk about the Saturn square Uranus that's going to be happening 3 times this year, and
Yes.
Rahu Mars in Taurus that's going to be happening in March. So
Yes.
be sure to stay tuned for that. That'll be a very interesting analysis as well. PT, was there anything else that you would like to share with the listener? With the listener?
With the listener, yes. Uh, yeah, just that listen wisely, you know, and and know that what you're listening to will shape the future in the near term and the long term too. Near term is like a year or two, and then the long term means like its whole
Absolutely.
coming time. Yeah.
There has been a big change of where people are putting their attention on. I was just thinking, like, when all of these censoring and thing got ramped up and all of these channels were taken down of people really revealing what was going on, tons of
Yeah.
people deleted their YouTube accounts and they all went to BitChute and places that are free, more, much more open with the
Yeah.
information. And,
Yes.
there are so many too that got shut down. Telegram too. They had like over 1 million new people in a day. It was crazy, and it shut
Yes. 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 So that's movement is happening. I told you alternative structures will have to be made.
Yeah.
Like BitTube is there, and all kinds of things. So
And then everyone was going on Parlor, which was like the freedom of speech Twitter, and then the whole deep state, they shut down Parlor, and now Parlor is still trying to get open. They filed a
yes.
lawsuit, but it's still haven't been open.
Yes. Yes, and the same thing, like I had told about this in the Jupiter Saturn conjunction in 2019. First talk I had given, that this is going to happen. This was pre-COVID, like November 2019. I had given a talk on Jupiter and Saturn, so people can have a look at that one. And then I gave a Jupiter Saturn conjunction talk in December. I think, but it was classy, and so they can. And this is the third point. So that was the first. This is the second, and this was the third point. This particular conjunction. So if they see the sequence and the series, they will get the meaning more clearly, if they combine the three things. So yeah.
Perfect.
So yeah.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much for being here, for sharing your wisdom with us all. Much
Yes.
love and much light to you.
Yes.